When you just rely on the boilerplate form, you could be leaving a lot of money on the table. So at the very core of your business in multifamily, in real estate, is your lease document. The lease document is so crucial because it defines the landlord-tenant relationship. It says who's responsible for what, because both parties in the relationship have obligations and responsibilities. The lease document needs to spell it all out. At the end of the day, your lease document is a contract for revenue. You're in business, you have a contract for revenue. These are the very contracts that your bank will lend on. Everything revolves around the lease document. Whatever rent you have in your lease document gets populated to a rent roll. Your rent roll then is what gets sent to an appraiser or a bank to value your asset. I mean, it's everything, right? George, 99% of the world uses boilerplate, standard legal form lease documents. And that's okay, but when you just rely on the boilerplate form, you could be leaving a lot of money on the table because that boilerplate form doesn't consider all the myriad of different things that can happen in the landlord-tenant relationship in your building, in your market. My lease in New York City is going to be different from the property owner's lease in Sheboygan, Wisconsin, right? My lease in Southern coastal Florida is going to be different than the property owner who's renting properties in the swamps of Mississippi. It's all different. And your market has to help dictate where you're going with your lease language, because in supply-constrained markets where there's just not a whole lot of options and people rent stuff pretty quickly, you can have more in the lease than you could in less competitive markets where you're sitting around hoping for someone to come along and rent your place, and it's crickets until they do.